and there are two people in a discussion, and one person feels the other is wrong, there's not a gentle, well, you're wrong about that. It's like, he's got to put him down. He's got to belittle him. He's got to make fun of him. And think about it. Does that really help us in personal relationships? Proverbs chapter 11 and verse 12. Very simple truth. Whoever belittles his neighbor lacks sense. Most of us that have been caught in belittling someone, we don't think of ourselves as lacking sense. And yet when we think about it, when has that ever brought us anything good? Just stop and think about it. If you watch TV, the person who is kind to everyone, is he the one that's looked up to, or is he considered weak? And yet Proverbs 11:17 says, a man who is kind benefits himself, but a cruel man hurts himself. We see cruelty often exalted in the world. And yet, when we look around, those that are kind, it does benefit oneself. And so, when we look at what God has to say for us, He's really bringing us things that benefit us. In this pursuit of self-exaltation, there is the desire to get rich. And so there are many schemes to get rich. There is deceit, and there is thievery. And so in Proverbs 21 and verse 6, I just like the way the New King James phrases this in Proverbs 21:6. It says, getting treasures by a lying tongue is the fleeting fantasy of those who seek death. Ooh, that hurts, doesn't it? In the pursuit of self-exaltation, you're seeking death by gaining riches by deceit. That's not what people think they have in mind, and yet their results of what they're doing is a seeking of death. And so in Proverbs 29 and verse 24, when talking about a related matter, 29:24 says, the partner of a thief hates his own life. Children fall into this trap early. When somebody does something wrong, they don't want to rat them out. They don't want to give them up. But by doing so, they make themselves a partner with the one who has committed the crime. Adults fall into the same trap. But when we partner ourselves with thieves, what does the book say? He hates his own life. We don't think that's what we're after, but we need to think about it carefully. That's why we're here, isn't it? We're here to seek life and not death. There are many times and many traps in this world where we think we're doing the right thing, and yet it ends very ugly. Proverbs tells us there's a way that seems right to a man, but the end thereof is death. Proverbs chapter 12 and verse 1, I think is a striking verse, because it says very simply, whoever loves discipline loves knowledge, but he who hates reproof is stupid. And the bottom line is, when we are told by someone that we've done something wrong, our backs go up. We hate that. We despise it. We don't want to be told we're wrong. We don't want to be told that we've done something that's wrong. But if we hate reproof, we are despising our own life. That's the bottom line. Because if we want life, we should love instruction. And if you love instruction, God's ready for you. He's prepared a book for you, the way of life, and it truly does bring life. God has sent His only begotten Son that we might have life, that we might have forgiveness of sins, and that's available to you this evening. If you would like to be baptized, or you would like the prayers of the congregation on your behalf, let it be known while we sing.